Verstappen has dropped places and is down in a 16th place. Bad head of Oscar Piastri. George Russell trying to find the line. The advantage is 1 second between straight. Hulkenberg in 7th. Gaz, highest point scorer in sprint history. Is
wrong there, but as soon as this DRS zone...
so he's dropped 3 places. Alexander Guan Yu on those soft compound tyres. Pretty tough track for the drivers.
McLaren. So Oscar's got to make...
Lando's got to eat back a bit, help his teammate. Bid for the Constructors' Championship, 15 points. Teammate, of course, to Max Pierre Gaia, who is, well, DRS to Oscar Piastri and almost.
Of course, he's got more stopping power because he can hit...
He certainly will. We're on board. George Russell very much at bay. But Liam Lawson's got some work to do. And Colapinto and Perez started out, so that DRS threat from his team.
But he's trying to understand where the tyres are and not the way that they're driving, the aggressiveness.
Yeah, but when managed, and they look like they've been...
I love, here we go, George Russell with the DRS wide open.
George Russell by half a car length off the rear wing of that McLaren.
Turn 1. It looked like that was just an accident.
So far for George Russell there.
Contact, and George was braking super late.
George was right on the scene because he was making a brilliant start for Lewis Hamilton, getting past on that opening lap. He gets compromised behind.
Wide there through turn 2, loses the rear, and Hulkenberg
costing themselves a little bit. We can watch now. That's Lewis Hamilton coming at him very quickly,
didn't he? Charles there, and sorry, it was the other way around. It was Carlos.
Not much grip at all. And that's the bit where he said he turned in on me.
Apex, so I'm not sure if they actually touched there. It'd be interesting.
Just didn't quite go for him.
Help Oscar to get a bit of a straight line. Help him.
That extra boost with the DRS, but get past.
It's massive, but it's so... Oscar breathing down his neck.
So I mentioned Carlos Sainz has got and the drag being dumped as a result, and that will close Kevin Magnussen at the start.
That was looking good until was that Fernando his progress a little bit, but still a great move.
DRS, George Russell got the DRS. Carlos on that last lap. Verstappen has got 10th ahead of Carlos Sainz as started to go off a little bit for the south. I'm trying to give Oscar DRS every
mile an hour through turn 14. Wow.
We know how much better that McLaren is.
Made over the curve there, and you lose a lot of time.
On tyres, or would you rather have that benefit?
Feeling in the car,
yeah.
Even though you get that...
Where it happened down. Norris ahead of Piastri, ahead of Russell for it down the inside on Pierre Bernie Collins.
Yes, hello Crofty. Both drivers been given instructions.
Sprint laps this season before today, and that's the McLaren currently. But we're not even
too clever. That's the issue we have here. His teammate's safe from Russ.
This sprint race is down the main straight. We got a sprint leader today with Piastri again. He wasn't as close. Indeed, Sainz has broken the DRS.
Thank you, Crofty. Yeah, a couple of things from down here. Firstly, over the last couple of laps, just backed off a bit, man. Leclerc to try and get Hamilton and Sainz new. He's so much slow. 3 save, a complete calamity. They're going to have to.
They're at 125.5.
Yeah, it costs you so much time in all these high-speed corners.
Right on Nico Hulkenberg's
the top 3 are giving it everything.
Yeah,
happens in 3 or 4 laps.
Just wonder, should he been looking after his tyres? He's now reduced green. Go when you want, Sergio.
Are you? Yeah, that was in the clutch, but just didn't.
But it is a race. I promise you, it's a race.
3 or 4 laps time.
Pretty much sticking with him, and you can see on your screen Piastri. Could Piastri do with trying to stretch the Mercedes behind him?
Yeah, extra energy through his front tyres from the other.
Rest train, where the leader Verstappen, who will join this once he gets past.
You can see it from first down to Lando is controlling this race. He's putting everyone in.
So going wide in his pursuing on Joe Guan Yu, has managed to pit. Now would have played off.
Oscar almost has this,
isn't it? So a 9 and a bit tenths threat anymore.
They break that DRS train.
So that could be a Mercedes under pressure. 2 teammates next season of course, but he needs one of how Lewis Hamilton defends.
Shows how competitive this championship is at the moment.
The 2 RBs of Lawson and Prove their worth for next season.
His drive is down in P19.
Did lap half a second quicker than Colapinto on the Oscar Piastri, who picked up, given his recent run of results. It looks to me that's behind Lewis. DRS, and they're wheel-to-wheel. Hamilton the advantage, but Leclerc's got to spin up to 5th. But Hamilton's coming back.
Absolutely beautiful from through turn 1 and turn 2. beautiful
defend in Formula One, but the Ferrari.
lane. This is all done on braking. That is not the DR. I thought Lewis had it here, but Charles was having a slight advantage on entry there. Charles with having a.
George Russell has pulled away a little bit from, hasn't got DRS, and this could be crucial. Gap wasn't there, and Piastri manages to. I doubt he's going to like that either.
That was had committed to the inside already. The next lap either.
Yeah, Lando is pulling a.
Hey, that was late.
Confirms it. He's not going to like the fact that Carlos Sainz, McLaren going for another one, wasn't multiple changes of direction of the brake.
Wait to make the move across the track.
5 laps to go here, and Oscar Piastri's team has ever had multiple. What is not
Sector on the previous lap to help him get that DRS.
to change. This is all about
Any progress past Franco Colapinto, you know, to turn any race into a testing spree 4, is it, Crofty? But they have to do it. There's no more hard task. Mark can explain that away.
Meanwhile, 1.5 seconds behind him currently is Vincent Hulkenberg, very much keeping
On the last lap, out of anyone.
Yeah.
And he's in front.
Constructors' Championship battle right at the top for trousers. It was that long ago.
Yeah, but I actually drove that car. It was a very quick car.
Just he dips away his advantage out in front and doing his best at Oscar Piastri, and it might be Piastri's got that DRS and is thankful 4 tenths behind coming out the final corner.
We'll have to see what happens with the tyres, but Norris.
Race of the season did Lando Norris, and in this lap Leclerc has already managed to get at bay. They are well clear of Pierre Gasly. It's kind of all by the curbs.
Just understeered from the apex all the way to the X inside the track limits.
Yeah, they certainly have. It isn't. I'm too far ahead of you, and you're not. The two constructors will tie on 50. Battle will be down to what happens in the final team. Charles Leclerc has just is now more than a second behind.
It's surprising to see that Charles is I think it might be a little bit too late.
Yeah, point advantage over last season. Oscar hasn't got DRS.
No.
Hit by a crucial car length.
In the way that he was driving there, the aggression as he turned.
Hard to finish by Lando Norris, but looks like he's going to come home and give that signal. George Russell has given it absolutely aliens defensive tactics behind these two. George Russell and Charles Leclerc. Crash helmet for this weekend. He's out in front. It's been clear track for Lando.